Add life to your days. I never thought a trip to the grocery store would change how I viewed life. It was a Tuesday. Nothing remarkable. I had just left work late. My inbox was overflowing, and I still had dinner to make. The sun was setting, that quiet golden hour where the world softens for a moment. I pulled into the lot, frustrated and tired, thinking only about crossing things off my to-do list. Inside, I wandered the aisles robotically. Eggs, milk, bread. I turned into the produce section and saw an elderly man struggling to reach a cleaning liquid on the top shelf. Without thinking, I walked over, gently grabbed the bottle, and handed it to him. He looked up with a surprised smile. "Thank you," he said. "You'd be amazed how rare kindness feels these days." I smiled back and nodded, not quite knowing what to say. But something about his voice stayed with me. We ended up chatting for a few minutes by the fruit stand. His name was Mr. Nolan. He had lost his wife the year before and lived alone. Every Tuesday, he came here around the same time, not just for groceries, but for some human interaction. "It reminds me I'm still part of something," he said softly. That night, after dinner, I sat by the window thinking about him. All I had done was hand someone a cleaning liquid, but it meant something to him. And now, strangely, to me too. So the next Tuesday, I went back to the store at the same time. And there he was. We walked the aisles together that day, and the week after. Tuesdays turned into something I began to look forward to. We talked about everything. His late wife's garden, the books he once taught in school, my love for painting that I'd shelved after college, and how the world felt both too fast and too lonely at times. One day, I brought him a small watercolor I'd painted. It was a soft little piece. Sunlight on apples in a wooden bowl. He stared at it for a long moment, and then said, "You just added something beautiful to today." That one sentence stuck to me like glue. It echoed in my head as I drove home, unpacked groceries, and looked around my apartment. For so long, I'd been moving through life like it was a checklist. Doing everything right, yet feeling strangely detached from the days themselves. The following weekend, I finally opened my old sketchbook. I painted again, slowly, quietly, not for work, not for perfection, just because it brought me joy. I started noticing more, how my neighbor always watered the flowers by the gate, how the cafe barista greeted every customer with their name, how my little niece giggled at clouds, shaped like animals. Life didn't suddenly become easy. I still had deadlines, still had late nights. But somewhere along the way, I stopped waiting for some big, magical shift and started planting small moments of meaning into my day. A kind word, a shared smile, a brushstroke on canvas. Now, every Tuesday still belongs to Mr. Nolan. And every other day, I try to live the way he taught me, through quiet presence, gentle connection, and small joys. Because we can't add days to our life, but we can absolutely add life to our days. And when we do, those days, no matter how ordinary, become something extraordinary.